Hello everyone, welcome to this live session, which is the second part of Python loops. Okay, so let people join. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes. So guys, those who have joined, you guys can reply. Okay, you can see the question here. So the question is, can you use else with a while true loop if it contains a break? So you have to give answers in yes or no format. Okay, Srinivasa Reddy is saying it's great. Thank you, sir. Hello. I can see one has replied no. Okay. Anyone else who want to reply? It's a very good question actually. Okay. That's why I just keep it in as the first question of today. Hello. Okay. Suvam is saying yes. Okay. Samuel is also saying yes. Okay. Nicholas is saying no. So now, as we have two no's and two yes, so now those who are saying no, that is correct. Yes is wrong. That is why, because see, the loop will be while true loop, means it is an infinite loop, means it's never going to end. And when the else block will execute, when the while loop will be what? Will be false. The condition in the while loop will be false. So we are directly using true. So it's never going to be false. Okay. Now, the second thing is that if it contains a break, so if it contains a break, then the loop will stop at some point, but else block will never going to be executed. So basically the else will be skipped if break executes. Okay, because else block will only execute when the while condition will be false. Okay, if it will be stopped explicitly means by using break statement, so then it's not going to then the else block will be not executed. Hello Ardeep Singh. So that is the thing. So those who are saying no, so you are correct. Okay. Okay, guys. Your next question is, can you loop over multiple lists simultaneously using zip method, zip function? Okay, there is one yes. Okay, so one says yes. Okay, Ayush is also saying yes. So actually, yes is the correct option. Okay. Yes, the zip function is can be used to just loop over multiple lists simultaneously. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, you have a code snippet. Okay. Now, your question is, will this code raise an error? Yes or no? Okay, Deep Singh is saying I am new. It's okay, brother. Just explore the channel. Okay. And if you are new to Python, then you can just go through our all live sessions. Then you will have a bit knowledge about Python. Okay. And this is the basic topic only. So you can watch this video also. Okay. Okay. So there are multiple yes, yes, yes. So yeah, obviously those who are saying yes, that is correct. Okay. This code is going to give you raise an error. Obviously, because you cannot iterate over an integer. Okay. Okay, guys, your next question is, can using break inside a loop cause memory leaks in Python? Yes or no? Okay, there is one yes. Okay, now there are multiple yes. Everyone is saying yes. So I don't know why you guys are saying yes. Okay, but it is no. Okay, so it does not uh, cause any memory leaks when you use break inside a loop. It just it just cleanly exits the loop. Okay, so there is no memory leaks. So yeah, the correct option is no. Okay, guys, this is one code snippet, and your question is, will this for loop print all even numbers from 0 to 10? Yes or no? Okay, Subham Kumbhar is saying I'm new. Welcome, bro. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live session. So, guys, your question is, will this for loop print all even numbers from 0 to 10? Yes or no? Okay, there are uh, two no's and two yeses there. One more yes. Okay, multiple yeses. So most of the majority is saying yes. Okay. So yes, it is correct. When you'll run this, you will get all, it will print all the even numbers from 0 to 10. Okay. Because in the range function, we are using step that we have seen in the previous live session. So, okay. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Yes, 0 is not an even number, nor it is a odd number, but to print numbers, you can use it from starting from 0. If you want to start it from 2, so you can start it from that also. But kind of it is going to give you all the even number, because if you'll exclude 0, so it is giving you 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So basically it is giving you all the even numbers. Okay. Okay, guys, the next question is the continue statement required for every loop in Python? Yes or no? Okay, there is one no. Okay, more no's. Okay, very good. So those who are saying no, it's correct. No is the correct option. Suvam says no required. It depends on the case when we want. Yeah, of course. When the problem requires continue or to skip the current iteration, then you can use continue. Okay. Hello, Divyanshu Thakur. Okay, guys. The last question for this set is, can a for loop be used without a body in Python with just using pass? Okay. So basically we are saying or you can just manipulate the question and make it a different question like this, that can you create an empty for loop? Okay. Yes or no? Okay, there is one yes, one more yes. Okay, so everyone is saying yes. Yeah, yes is the correct option. I'm thinking, as people are showing so much interest in this yes or no type question, so let's do some more questions. Okay. Okay, guys. You have this code snippet with you. Your question is, will this code print anything? So as you can see the code over here, okay, for I in empty list, print I. This is the code. So will this code print anything? Yes or no? Okay, there is one yes and one is saying no, it won't. More yes, more two yes. Okay, okay. And Ubi Vibes is saying no, one none means none will be printed. Then one more no, yes. Okay. So now let's do what? Let's see the output only. So those who are saying no, they are correct. Nothing is going to be okay printed. Okay, because it is an empty list and loop will does not run because it is an empty list. Okay. Okay. Guys, your next question is range 5.0 valid in a for loop? Okay, there is one yes, one no. Okay, Navneet Singh is saying yes, float number. Okay, okay. So there is yes, no, yes, no. I think people are just taking a guess only. Okay, there are no, no, no. So those who are saying no, it is correct. Okay, so no is the correct option because in the range function only accepts integer values. Okay, it not accepts float values. So 5.0 is a float value. So it is not going to accept a float value. Okay. So those who are saying no, you guys are correct. Okay. Okay, guys, your next question is, can a for loop iterate over the keys and values of a dictionary simultaneously? Is it possible? Yes or no? Okay. Yes, possible. Yes. Yes, items. Nicholas is saying yes. Yeah. Okay. So most of the people are saying yes. So yes is the correct option. Okay. That the for loop can iterate over both keys and values in a dictionary using the dot items method. Yeah, dig dot items. We can get the keys and the values. Yes, correct, Subham. So yeah. Now, guys, your next question is this: is it valid to use a while loop with a compound condition like x greater than 0 and y less than 10? Can we use in a while loop on the condition that x greater than 0 and y less than 10? Is it possible? Okay, people are saying yes, yes. So those who are saying yes, yes, it is correct. Okay. Okay. Navneet Singh is saying that, sir, any example on previous question, please? Okay, previous question, which one? On this one. Navneet, please confirm on can a for loop iterate over the keys and the values? On this one, Aniket Thakur is saying yes with and condition. Yes, we can use compound conditions on while loop. Okay. Independently, yes, but Nicholas is saying independently, yes, but used in same conditions, no. Okay, but you can use it in same condition, okay, by using the operator and, okay, or the operator. Uh, you can go with the and operator because and operator strictly take two truths, okay. Okay, you want an example on this, okay. So let me create a dictionary first. Okay, so this is a dictionary. Let me just first print the random dictionary. Let me just print the dict one. So now you can see it is a dictionary with three items in it, Navneet. Okay. Now, how you will use the loop? So you have to use the loop like this for I, comma j in dict1 dot items. You have a method called as items, okay, that you have to use, and then you have to print I. Okay, so you can iterate over key and the value together, okay, using dot items. But remember, when you're using dot items, so you have to use two loop variables here. I is for the key and j is for the value, okay. So this is how you can use it. I hope it is clear now, okay. Okay, guys, your next question is, you have the code snippet, okay. Now in this code snippet, you have the question is that does this loop skip printing 3? Yes or no? Okay, there is one yes. One more yes. Hussein is also saying yes. Okay, one more. Yes, it skips 3. Okay, Arvind Reddy is directly giving us the output. Yeah. Okay, so those who are saying yes, so yes, it is going to skip 3. That is correct. But I can see that most of the means everyone is giving the output also, but in the output someone is giving 1 2 3, someone is giving 1 2 4 5, someone is giving 0 1 to 4, one is saying 1 to 4, then 0 1 to 4. So see, okay, yeah, that 1 to 4 has been corrected and it is given as 0 1 to 4. So the correct output will be 0 1 2 4. It is not going to print 5 because 5 is excluded here. Okay, so yeah, that will be your output. But the question was not based on output. Okay, one more interesting question, guys. Okay, I hope you guys will like this question. Uh, this is the code snippet. Now, the question is, does this code result in an infinite loop? Yes or no? Let's see how many of you can just say. So your question is, I'm again repeating, does this code result in an infinite loop? While true, break. Yes or no? Okay. Aniket is asking, then how break will work in this? Okay. If I'll explain you now how the break will work, then you will get the answer. First, let's all of you give the answer. Then I'll say the correct answer, and then I'll explain you how it works. Okay, no, no. Yes, Subham. The question is, does this particular code, these two lines of code, result in an infinite loop? Means if I'll execute this code, so it will go in an infinite loop or not? Yes or no? Okay, now Aniket is saying no. Okay. Okay. Now everyone, most of the people have said no only. So yeah, those who are saying no, it's correct. Okay. It's not going to go in an infinite loop. Okay. Yeah. Because it is immediately going to be break. If I show you, so there will be no output, nothing, but it is going on an infinite loop. But in the first run only, the statement is break. So it will exit from the loop immediately. So it is not going to be in infinite loop. So no is the correct option. Okay, guys. The next question is, this is the code snippet, and your question is, will this for loop produces a type error? Yes or no? I'm again repeating my question. Looking at this code snippet, tell me, will this for loop produces a type error? Yes or no? Okay, Subham is saying nothing will be printed. There is one yes, one more yes by Navneet Singh. Okay, the secret agent is also saying yes, type error. Okay, Veera Babu is saying no, sir. Okay, so basically it is going to give you a type error. Okay, as you can see here, when I just executed the code, there is a type error, and the type error will be that none object is not iterable. So those who have said yes, very good. Okay, I think you guys have tried doing this. Okay, so yeah, so those who have said yes, yes is the correct option. It is going to give you a type error. Okay, okay, guys, your next question is, can you use the range function with negative step values? I'm again repeating the question. Can you use the range function with negative step values? Yes or no? Okay, yes, yes. Everyone is saying yes. Okay, Hussein is saying yes, but there will be a error. Okay, okay. Kotapalle is saying yes. KK Finance is saying yes. Okay. Venkata Avinash is saying, but start with greater. Okay, means you are saying in means basically in a decreasing way. Okay, in a decreasing manner. Okay, else no output will be there. If you'll do it in increasing way, but the step is negative, so no output will be there. But if you'll do it in decreasing way, so then there will be an output, and that is correct also. Okay, so Venkata Vinas is saying the correct thing. Okay, so those who are saying yes, you guys are correct. If you want to use it for printing, means suppose if you have to print numbers from 10 to 1, so then you can use the negative indexing. Okay, negative step actually. And if you'll do it normally, so then there will be no output. there was one question in the chat by, yeah, I find out the question by Aniket Thakur. Then how nulls are processed in JSON as none? See, when it is in JSON, so you are talking about JavaScript object notation, how we store data. So basically that data is also like a dictionary only, okay? So when it is in JSON format, we have to write for a, suppose if we have no value for that key, okay? So then we just put null there. That null is converted in a dictionary format in Python, that is converted as none. So if you iterate over a JSON or a Python, then you can get null or none. But the question was not that. The question was like this: for car in none. So there is no dictionary. We have not put none inside anything. None is directly there. Okay. So then there is a type error that none type object is not iterable. Not iterable means because it is it is not like a list or it is not like a tuple. It is none because it is already empty. So because of that, we are getting the type error. I hope now the confusion is clear. Okay. Jackie is saying हिंदी में बताओ. मैं मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आती. I can understand, bro, but actually, this live session, many means few people are from outside India also, so they understand only English or their native language. So it will be easy for us to just continue this live session in English. And I have told in the previous live session also, and day before previous live session also, that if you guys want me to teach Python in Hindi, so at least 10-15 people should say yes. So then what I can do, I can start a new live session, okay, for Python, for basics Python in Hindi at a different time schedule, okay. So I want your support, okay. If you guys will say, so then only I can. If people will come to watch, then only I will teach. No, that is the thing. Yes, Jackie, I got you. But please understand my problem also. If 10, 15, 20 people will say that they want me to start teaching Python in Hindi, so I'll just have a new different live session in different time schedule at different time schedule, and we can start that also. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So for then basically for this question, your answer is yes. Okay. So let's move to the next one. Okay, guys. Now your next question is, look at this code snippet and you have to say, is this valid loop syntax? Is this code snippet or the syntax is valid? Yes or no? Okay, Aniket is saying, okay, yes, thank you, got it. Yeah, it's okay, bro, thank you. Okay, Kalai Marar is saying yes, Aniket is saying no, Subham is saying directly the output 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Uh, Sai Kishore Madhi is saying valid, Navneet is saying valid. Okay, Venkata Avinash is saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in different lines. So valid. Okay. 0 to 4. Nicholas is saying yes. Pawan Kotapalle is saying no, getting error. Okay. Avinash is saying again, sorry, it's 0, 4 only. Okay. Now I have understood. Okay. There is two no's are there, and most of the people are saying yes. Okay. Aniket is also saying no. So three no's are there. Okay, Minato is saying shows error. Okay, so I'll directly tell you the answer. It will give you an error, okay, a syntax error because there is no colon. Okay, if I'll just do like this, I have not put the colon. Okay, so colon was missing, so it was a syntax error. Now this will work when I put the colon. So your question was like this, there was no colon, and then you guys have to say, so you guys have said yes, okay. I think you guys have not noticed it, but it was a syntax error, okay. So, okay, two, three people were saying no. One was saying that we'll get no getting error also, okay. So yeah, so basically we'll get an syntax error. So guys, you have to clearly see the code and then reply, okay. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, so now this code snippet is there, and your question is, will this code throw an error? Yes or no? I'll again repeat the question. You can see the code snippet which is given over here. Will this code throw an error? Yes or no? Okay. Kalai Manar is saying Venkatesh saying 5 is not considered. Yes, yes, I got at the time when Venkatesh says that 0 to 4 only. Okay, so okay, yes. Suvam is saying will raise error because X is not defined. Okay, X is not defined. X is not defined. Aniket is saying yes. Secret agent is saying no error. Hussein is saying yes. Okay. Veera Babu is saying no. So there are multiple yes and no. Okay. KK Finance is saying no error. Output is 5. Okay. I think some people are directly running the code also. That's good. That's good. Okay. So actually, uh, this code is not going to give you any error. Okay. And 5 will be the output. Now, why this? Because we are directly assigned. This is also one type of operator which is called as uh, Walrus operator. Okay, the Walrus operator, and this operator is valid, and it does what? It just assigns 5 to X. Okay, yeah. So yes, there is one new thing to learn. Okay, that's why I have put this question that this operator is called as the Walrus operator. Walrus. Let me write it. And it just basically assigns any particular value at the condition time only in the while loop. Okay, so yeah, there are many examples also. Okay, there are many examples also. We'll see in future when we'll solve some problems based on this. We'll see some questions on this also. Okay, guys, your next question is this, that is for I in range 0 0 a valid loop that runs once. Yes or no? You can see the question. I'm again repeating the question. Is for I in range 0, comma 0 a valid loop that runs once? Yes or no? Okay. Suvam is saying, awesome question, sir. Yes, I, I, I just knew it at the time only that this question will be many people will get confused and say that it is incorrect. Okay, Nicholas is saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I is no longer less than 6. No, no. Actually, we were assigning directly x with 5. We have never assigned x with 1, okay? So that was the thing. We are directly assigning with 5 only. And at one time it will print 5 and then it will break. So that was the thing. Okay, Suvam is saying it's a valid loop, but it will not print anything. Okay. Then Kotapalli is saying, can we use the wireless for any variable to store not only in while loop? Uh, Mainly it is used when you have to put a condition, okay? In the condition, uh, suppose if you have any condition if you have to give. Suppose in if, okay, in if a statement, if when you use if a statement, so in if a statement also you have to give conditions to check. So in that also you can use, okay. Suppose how you use the break statement in a for loop, for and then you give a condition by using if. So in if also you can directly use this, okay. Secret agent is saying yes, valid loop. Yeah, no, no, the loop is valid, okay. Question is that it is a valid loop. Will it runs once? Okay. So valid is correct. What about that it will run or not? At least once. Okay. Venkatavinas is saying no output, no error, but does not run. Okay. That is okay. That is one thing. Manu, Manjunatha is saying no. Hardeep Singh is saying no. Okay. Girdhar Gopal is saying yes, yes. So guys, for this question, those who are saying no, so they are correct because it's not going to run, okay, not even once it is going to run, but it is not going to give you any error also, okay, so it is valid but not going to run. So no is the correct answer, correct option, okay. Kalai Manar is saying assigning 5 means it will give the same value. Yeah, assigning, okay, most of the people can see that some of the people have confusion in this one, okay, where I've used the Walrus operator, okay. uh, Kalaimanar is saying assigning 5 means it will gives the same value. Yes, if you'll see the code, okay. See, you only say, okay, look out at the code and now tell me this 5 is being assigned in the condition only on X. Okay, so now this X has 5 in it, okay. Now the 5 will be checked that it is less than 10. So condition is true, okay. Then what we want, we are just printing X, okay. So 5 will be printed. And then the next line is break. So we'll exit from the loop. So at only we'll get 5, okay? Yes, if you'll assign 5 and if you are printing 5 inside the loop, so you will get the same value, what you have assigned. So I hope now it's clear, okay? Okay. You can use this walrus operator with at whatever place where you have to put a condition. Suppose in if or in elif, you can use it, okay? Okay. Yeah. Uh, the next question is, can we access the loop variable after the loop ends in Python? Secret agent is saying, can we go a bit faster? Yes, bro, I'll try to just go more faster. Okay. But I have to reply every person also because it will be unfair. So if anyone has some problem and they are asking, so it's my job if I'm coming live to teach Python. So it's my job to solve their problem. So that's why it will take some time, but I'll try to do it faster. Okay. So guys, your next question is, can we access the loop variable after the loop ends in Python? Means when we are creating a loop variable, so can we, when the loop is over, so after the loop is over, can we access the loop variable? Okay, applications of Python coding that make this coding as easy as possible. Okay, you want the applications of Python coding that make this coding as easy as possible. Okay, after the class, we'll discuss on this. Okay, okay, bro. Suvam is saying no, we cannot access. Okay, Venkate is saying that we can access. Yes, accessed. Uh, okay, secret agent is saying yes. Okay, so those who are saying yes, it is correct. It is accessible. The variable still exists after the loop also. Okay, so those who are saying yes, yes is the correct option. Okay. Okay, guys, your next question is, can an else clause be added to a loop that contains a return statement? Yes or no? The question means, can we use the else clause or the else statement, okay, that is added to the loop that will contain, means the loop is containing a return statement. So then can we use this else? So yes or no? Will the else will be added or not when we are returning inside a loop? Okay, people are saying yes, yes. Okay, yes, yes, can add return statement. Yes. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. You can add it. Okay. Yes is correct. But one problem will be there. Okay. I think that there will be one problem that maybe the return will skip it. Okay. If you will return, means if you are returning inside the loop, so it is not going to give you error if you are using else, but maybe the else will be skipped if you are using return. Okay. There is Venkate is saying that we can only use return in function or method. Yes, yes, you are correct. But what if inside the function only we have a loop? Then we can use return. Means inside function only we can keep a loop. That is possible. So then we can return inside the loop also. Yes, you guys are thinking correct. But what if inside the function only we have kept the loop? So then we can return inside the loop. Okay. I hope you guys have got the solution. If the loop is inside function, then it is possible. Yeah. Okay, guys, now you have a code snippet with you, and the question is, will this code raise an error due to break. Okay, now I understood your question. So this is Jupyter Notebook, which I'm using. Jupyter Notebook. Okay, you can directly download it from just searching on Google, or what you can do, you can download one is called Anaconda. Okay, and from Anaconda also you can launch Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and if you're not comfortable with Jupyter Notebook, then you can go with PyCharm, VS Code. Google Colab is also there. That is Google Colab you can easily access for Python programming. Okay, that is also like in Google Colab also it will work in cells only, so you can use that also. Okay, Venkata is saying output will be loop finished. Okay, okay. Uh, Secret agent is saying yes, it will break and print the loop finished. Naresh is saying output will be 1, 2, 3. Hardeep Singh is saying yes. Okay. Prahlad is saying I'm currently studying 12th. How can I learn the whole Python? Okay, I'll just come back to you, Prahlad. Okay. Okay, so the output will be, let's see, it will be nothing. Because I have already told you if we'll exit explicitly in any loop and you are using a else, then else will not execute. Okay. If you're using while also, and if you're using for also, if you are explicitly exiting the loop using the break statement, then the else will not execute. Okay. So those who are saying uh, loop finished will be the output. So no, it's incorrect. There will be no output, but there will be no error also. Okay, guys. Uh, this is the last question for this set. Then we'll start. I prepared some questions. Okay. So we'll start solving those questions. Now, the question is that you have a code snippet with you, which is of a nested loop. We have a while loop inside a for loop. So as you can see, for I in range 2, while I less than 1, print I and then break is there. Okay. So your question is this a valid nested loop syntax? Yes or no? I'm again repeating the question. Is this a valid nested loop syntax? Yes or no? Okay, Venkata Vinash is saying 0 will be the output. Yes, 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 valid. Output will be 0. Yes, will print 0. Naresh is saying no. Okay. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay. So it is a valid syntax and the output will be 0. Okay. So yes is the correct option here. Okay. It is a valid nested loop. Okay. One person was there who was asked a question. Yeah, Prahlad was asking that he's in 12th and he want to, he's asking that how he can learn the whole Python. Okay. See, bro, I don't know whole Python means what. Means, see, Python is very large, versatile language. Okay, and very vast language. And in few years, it has grown in such a big way. Okay, but main thing is that whole Python, in whole Python there is many things. Okay, so you have to, if you are in class 12, then I'll just suggest you that please make your basics in Python very much strong. Okay, and basic means not only that you have understood loops for, okay, for loop, while loop, conditional statements and data structures. Basic means that you have to build your logic. Okay, logic building should be great. You should focus on the logic building, because so, one thing is there, if you know the methods, suppose if you know all the methods of strings, okay, you know all the methods of list, tuples, but if you don't know how to build the logic for the particular problem, so then there is, means that the thing is that then there is no, it will be no beneficial. Okay, so just focus on the logic building, and then just make your basics in Python very much strong. Okay, for you just focus on basics, and in basics it will be, um, start with variables, operators. Okay, understand Python, that how Python works. Okay, then move to the data structures present in Python, then move to loops, branching statements, conditional statement and loops. Okay, then there is match statement also, focus on that also, and then so on, move to functions. Then there are different types of functions, lambda functions, recursive functions, then there are generators, focus on that, there are many useful functions. Okay, and then at the end just focus on the oops, Python oops. Okay, and then the basics will be covered for Python. So just uh, that will be your very basic route. If you'll make that strong, then it will be very good for you. For now, the whole Python for you is that this much only. Okay. Now, guys, let's just do what? Let's move forward to our programming session. And now, what I'm going to do. So, those who are new, few people are new also today. So, for them, okay, there is one question. When is it infinite? Venkatesh is asking, it is infinite when we don't use break. Okay, wait. Uh, okay, this is the link. Okay, you can follow me here. I'll just give you all the updates. Okay, and then from here you can get the WhatsApp contact also. Okay, you answered the question. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you are a good tutor. Okay, thank you. Now, guys, let's move to the programming session. Okay, that is. Now, what we are going to do, I have some 10 to 15 questions. Okay. I think no, 15 to 20 questions I have, which is the questions are very normal, very basic questions, little bit advanced concept will be used, little bit. Okay. Now, the condition is to solve these questions. Okay. We have to use only while loop. Okay. So we will use only while loop to solve these questions. And we'll see that how we can solve these questions using while loop. So, yeah. So the question is, we have to check if a number is a palindrome. If a number is a uh, Anthony is saying, I need some personal lessons, please. Okay, you can contact me. Okay, we provide that also. So yeah, now guys, let's do the programming. Let's write the code for check if a number is a palindrome or not. Now guys, first of all, those who don't know what is a palindrome is, let me tell you. Palindrome means that from starting, if you are starting and you are going till end, if there is numbers, okay, so it will be same from the starting to end and end to start. Okay, suppose if I'll take the example of 1 to 1, so if I'll start from left to right, 1 to 1, then also it is same. If I'll go from right to left, then also it is same. 1 to 1 from right to left also, and from left to right also it is 1 to 1. So we have to then, if the number is like that, so then we have to say what? That it is palindrome, okay? So I have uh, created one n, and in n I have stored 1 to 1. Then I'll create an object original. In that I'll put n only. Then I'll create a reverse. Okay. And in reverse, I'll initialize 0. Now, why I have created original, I'll let you know. Okay. Now, let's write the while loop. And while loop will run only till when the n is greater than 0. Then we'll take the reverse. And in reverse, what we'll do, in reverse, will basically we'll multiply with 10. Okay. And then we'll add, and then we are in n, what we are doing in n, basically we are just getting the remainder, so we are dividing with 10 the n, so we'll get the last digit. Suppose in 1 to 1, if we'll do the modulus with 10, so we'll get 1. Okay, that thing we are basically doing. And the next thing what we'll do, now after 1 is added in reverse, we have to remove the 1 also, because then only we'll check for 2. So then this floor division will do what? This is going to remove the 1, means the last value. Okay. Then simply we'll print, and in print we'll just put a condition that palindrome only if rev equals to original. Okay. That's why we have created original. Yes, Venkatesh, we can without loop also we can check, but because the topic is loop, so we have to consider loop. Okay. So now you can see that it is a palindrome. Okay. So obviously it is a palindrome. Let's take one other number like this. So it is also palindrome because 1, 2, 3 and 2, 1 from right to left also it will be same. Okay. Now the next question is, it is the very basic question and can be asked in the starting of the interview also. Okay. Interviewer can just ask you to check that you know the basics or not. So the question is, we have to print Fibonacci sequence up to 100. Okay. Now there is, guys, there is a limit up to 100. Yes, Anthony, the WhatsApp number. Bro, I can't provide the WhatsApp number here. Okay. But I can, okay, just wait till the end. Okay. In the end, I'll provide you some source that you can contact me. Okay. Maybe I'll just give my email. So through that, we can contact. Okay. Yeah. So let's write the code to print the sequence of Fibonacci till 100 values. Okay. So we'll do what? First of all, we know what is a Fibonacci sequence. I think all of you guys know. If anyone who does not, I'll just shortly tell you. Fibonacci sequence is basically, it starts with two basic values, that is 0, 1, and then the next value is always dependent on the previous two values. So suppose if 0, 1 are the starting values, so next value will be addition of 0 and 1. Okay, so it will be 1. Then now the sequence will be 0, 1, 1. Now the next value will be Again the addition of previous two values. So now the previous two values are 1 1, so next value will be 2, and so on it will be continued. So that's why I have taken two variables a, b, and in a I have initialized 0 and in b I have initialized 1. And now we have to print Fibonacci sequence till 100. Okay, so while a less than equals 100, this will be our condition, and we'll just simply going to print a each time, and we want in a horizontal value, so that's why we are just changing the print function end to just a space. Okay, and then we'll just do the make some changes. We'll in a will initialize b, and in b we'll add a plus b, because in b each time we have to use those two variables only. So because of that we are making the changes in b. In b we are doing the addition of a plus b, previous two values, and this is how you will get the Fibonacci sequence. uh Good evening, Yadav Gonda. Okay, good evening, bro. Yes, Venkatesh, you can use for loop also, but using for loop we have already seen in previous live session, in yesterday's live session. Okay, so that's why we are seeing today with live while loop. So these are the questions which I'm solving today. These questions in the previous live session I've already solved with the for loop. Okay, so if you'll go and watch that videos, in that video I've already solved these questions with for loop. So today is the time of for the while loop. Okay. Yes, yes, you're saying correct. Now, the next question is find GCD of two numbers. If suppose the numbers are 60, 48, so using while loop, we have to find the greatest common divisor. So let's say while b, and we'll do what? A comma b equals to b comma, and we'll just write a modulus b. Okay. Now, as you can see, you have got the greatest common divisor, but now what is happening here? The main line is this two lines. Okay. Now, what is happening in these two lines? Now, if you'll see, what we have to do, uh, we are first of all checking on the two numbers A and B, that is they are same as the GCD of B. Okay. And A modulus B, it means it will be divided and then it will be checked on the remainder. And we have to keep this doing until the B becomes 0. Okay. Then A will be hold the GCD. So at the end, the A will be holding the greatest common divisor. Now, if you want the full explanation, see, in the first iteration, uh, the initial value is A equals to 60, B equals to 48. In the first iteration, the condition is while B. Okay. Now, B is a positive value as it is 48. So it is true. I have told you that 0 is considered as false and other positive values are considered as true. So B is considered as true here because B is a positive value, that is 48. Now, what will happen here? if you'll notice, in A we are assigning B. So now in A there is 48, and in B what we are doing? In B we are doing 60 modulus 48. That is 12. Okay. So in the second iteration, A is 12 and B is again 48 modulus 12. That is, you will get 0. So in the third iteration, what will happen? In the third iteration, B is equals to 0. So now, because B equals to 0, it means it is false. Condition is false. So it will end there. So the final result will be held in A, and A will have 12, because in the second iteration, in the B there was 12. No, in the second iteration, the A has 12 in it, because in the first iteration, B uh, B was 12. So because of that, at the end, if you'll print A, so you will get 12. So that is the GCD of these two numbers. So I hope you guys have understood it, how it is working. Okay. Now again, we'll do the opposite of this. That now we'll find the LCM. So find the LCM using while loop. Again, we'll take two values. Let's say we have B6. LCM equals to, what we'll do, we'll just find the max of AB, while we'll give true. Okay, Senthil Kumar has one, how multi-level loop terminate condition in while loop. Okay, basically you're talking about the nested loops. Okay, first let me write this question, then there are some question related to the previous one. So then we'll look out at that, okay? So while true, now the next thing will be, we'll just do what? We'll use this if LCM A equals to 0, and if LCM modulus B is also equals to 0, so then do what? Simply break, okay? And if the condition is false, then do what? Then do in LCM plus 1. Okay. So the LCM is 12 for 4 and 6. The least common multiple for 4 and 6 is 12. Now, how this is coming, let's discuss that. Okay, so first of all, those who don't know LCM is least common multiples, okay, of two numbers, which is uh so uh in A we have 4, in B we have 6, okay. Then we have created an object called as LCM, and now uh directly we have used the max function and we have put both A and B, okay. It means that from this the max will be 6, okay. From this max function in LCM there will be 6 stored, okay. Now the step 2 will be this while loop. In this, what we are doing, we are checking, first of all we have started a while loop, okay. and that is an infinite while loop because directly we have made true. Okay, then there is a condition over there, and that condition is that it is uh, to find the LCM. So that's basically what we are doing. 6 modulus a, if it is equal to 0, and okay, so there is and operator used. So if both will be true, then only this is going to be true. And if 6 modulus b is equals to 0, so then we are going to find the LCM. Okay, otherwise what we are going to do, it will increase the LCM by 1 and then it is going to try again, and it will be again and again it will be done, and at the end we'll get the LCM. Okay, one is saying a, so remainder will be 0 divided by a, so that is SCF. Okay, that will be SCF that you are saying. Okay, Venkat, I'm not getting you, bro. Okay, so yeah, you are saying if you'll do like this, so it will be SCF. Okay, yeah, so this is how you find LCM using the while loop. Okay, guys. Now let's go to the next question. Okay, now this is a very good logical question. Okay, which can be asked in any interview to print a triangle pattern. Uh, some interviewer asks also these types of question. So yeah, to generate a triangle pattern. Now in this triangle pattern also there are different types of patterns. Okay, there is one right angle triangle, inverted triangle, and different types of triangles. So how you can print using a while loop 5. Okay, let's print. Let's use the symbol asterisk. Okay, with I, and each time multiply the I and increment the I by 1 each time. So you will get a right angle triangle like this. Okay, now in this only there are multiple variations. Okay, let's say if you want a right angle triangle, I mean suppose if you have, this is a left, yeah, this is, it is, yeah, it is left angle triangle. If you want a right angle triangle, then everything will remain same. There in the print you have to make some changes. Let me show you what changes you have to make. First of all, this thing is going to remain same. Here one plus will come, and then basically we have to just invert it. Okay, horizontally. So then we will multiply here and we'll do 5 minus I each time. Okay, so then you'll get a, a inverted right angle triangle in this way, just the opposite way. Okay, then again one more thing is there. If you want to just uh, invert it vertically, uh, I'll show you all the ways. Okay, I don't know in which way you want to call it inverted. Okay, vertically or horizontally. So I'll just, yeah, okay, top right, yeah. So for top right, what you have to do, for top right inverting, you have to now start the loop with decrementation. Basically decrementation will happen. So you will initialize I with 5, and here we were going till 1. Initially we were going till 5, in previous one here will go till 1, and this symbol will also change, means this operator will also change. Less than equals to, it will be changed at greater than equals to. Okay, and in the print what we will do, this will remain same, and Yeah, like this. Okay. Okay, one error is there. Yeah, yeah. We have to do the decrementation. Okay, and now here is your output. Okay. I hope you've got Venkatesh. And again, if you want inverted in that manner, means right angled, means horizontally inverted also, and vertically inverted also. So then use this code, okay, or use this code, copy it over here, and you have to just make the changes in the print. Okay, so you have to just use this line of code here. It's very easy to do all these things in Python. Okay, in if you'll go in other programming language, then the same code will be uh, too much big. Okay, not that much big, but yes, it will be big. Now there is one more variation, guys. One, there is center pyramid. If you want to just print in center, so then again there is the same way. What you have to do, uh, the incrementation code will be applied here. While I less than equals to 5, okay, print and then multiplied, and then you will do 5 minus I each time, okay, then plus, you'll do it with asterisk, multiplication 2 asterisk I. This asterisk basically means multiplication, okay, minus 1, and here you go, you have to just do the incrementation of I, okay. So each time you are doing the uh this, okay, and there is slight change over here. Initially, when we don't want the centered one, so we just put the I like this. But here we have to do what? We are just multiplying I with 2, and then we are doing minus 1 on that, so that we can get that much, means that after that much space we can get the asterisk. So these are all the codes for all the variations of this, okay. Now in this only there are more variations. Suppose we were just using asterisk here. Then there are variations where it will be like this. First asterisk will be 1, then 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, and that variation is also followed. Okay. So there are multiple variations in the triangles question also. So we'll see this much only. Okay, let's continue with different types of question, or people will get bored if I'll just repeat the same type of questions again and again. Okay, so Somdev Sahani was saying, can you explain this? Bro, uh, bro, can you tell me which one you want to explain me? Okay, please again. I have seen your chat now. So if you'll repeat one more time, describe it, which question to repeat. So I'll explain it. Okay. So guys, let's go to the next one. That is, now this is also a very interesting question. Okay. What we have to do, we have to find the power of a number, but there is a condition without using the exponential operator. That is the main thing. We don't have to use the exponential operator. So for that, we'll need first of all the base value. Okay. Then we'll need the exponential value, that what value will be as an exponent, and then we'll take a result, and in result we'll store 1, because multiplying 1 with any value, it does not change. If we'll put 0 in result, so obviously multiplying 0 will give you 0, so that's why we don't need that. So that's why we have stored 1 this time. Okay. Then we'll iterate using the while loop using the exponential object, that is exp. And the condition means the while loop will run only till the exponential is greater than 0. Okay. Then in result, what we'll do, in result we will multiply each time the base. Okay. Then we'll do what? Each time we'll just decrement the exponential object by 1. Okay. And now, because the multiplication of the number will be done itself, okay, and how many times? So, what is the value of exp? It will depend on that. Means how many times we want. So now this will be uh, basically the cube of 2. Okay, so 8. If you'll change it to 4, so it will be 16 now. So whatever value and base you can change it. It is upon you. Okay. Okay, let me look at the chat. One is saying, can we print the stars in square format, please? Okay. Yes, bro, we can print it. If you want to print it using for loops, so then it is very easy. If you want to print it using while loop, so then also it is very easy. See, uh, I equals 1, okay, then while, and condition will be go like same till this only. That if I is less than equals to 5, okay, then what you have to do, you have to just print asterisk 5 is equals to 1. So you will get like this. So we'll get a square using while loop. Okay, I hope you got the solution, bro. Then one more is asking, Venkatesh Avinash is asking, if we need 5 only at last line, what should I do? Uh, Basically, bro, 5 means what? 5 asterisks or what? What do you mean? Or 5 as a number you want? Ramsha Cooking and Arts. Hello, hello. Please explain me the your question, bro. Okay. Now, till then, let's move to the next question. Uh, that is, now this is a very easy question. What you have to do, we have to count vowels in an string using index. So because we have using index, so we have to use the while loop. So basically the question is count vowels in a string. Okay. So let's first of all take our string. So let's say programming is the word which we want to consider. Then first of all, whenever we are using while loop, so we have to first of all do the initialization, condition, and then incrementation. Okay. Then we'll take a count variable in which we are going to store the count. If we'll find any of vowels, so we'll just increase the count. and while I less than length s, okay, then what we'll do, if we'll fetch the variables, means the elements, the characters each time by putting in our string square braces I, it means we are accessing the characters each time. Then we are applying dot lower method, so that because we know that Python is a case sensitive language, so capital and lower will be treated differently. So we don't want that. So that's why we'll make it lower, and then A, E, I, O, U. Okay, these are the five vowels that we already know. And when we'll found this, what we'll do, we'll just make count plus equals 1. So in count, we'll increase 1 if you're going to find any of these five characters. Okay. Then at the end, we have to increment I also. So we'll increment I. And then in the end, we have to just print count. So only three vowels are there. Okay. O, A, and I think I. Yeah. So this is your code. Okay. For one, Kotapalle is asking that actually can you print the stars in square format, border, no stars inside the square? It's my question. Okay, using while loop. Yes, we can do. See, n equals to 5 and I equals to 1. Then while I less than equals to n, if I is equal to 1, or if I is equal to n, then do what? Then just print asterisk and then multiply n. Okay. So this particular condition is for what? This particular condition is for the first and the last row. Okay. In which all the stars is going to be printed. So in the first and last row, all the stars is going to be printed. Okay. You have to understand the logic, bro. Then only it will be clear. Then in the else, what you have to do? In the else, it will be if the first condition is true, it means it is the first or it is the last row. Then for rest of the rows which are in middle, for them you have to write like this. Because in that you want to print only single star or double star. Okay. In middle you want just the spaces. So then this will be there. You have to add a space also. Then you have to multiply with n minus 2. So whatever the value of n will be, we'll do minus 2 in that because we want spaces in middle. And then at the end, after the spaces, we again want to add a asterisk. So that is the thing over here. So this code is basically, it is like this, that first it will automatically put a star. Okay. Now in the middle, we want the spaces. So a star, asterisk will be automatically put there. A star will be automatically put there. Then there is a plus sign. It means that this is compulsory. Then we have taken a space, that how many space we want. So each time we want the space, if suppose uh, n is 5, so 5 minus 2, so 3 spaces. So one is this, 3 spaces will be there, so it will be 4, and then at the end one more asterisk, so it will be 5. Now we have to do what? Just increment I plus equals to 1. Okay, and you will get uh, I think whose question was this? Common question was this. So this is your code, bro. Okay, you can use this. Okay, Venkatesh has also given the okay. Venkatesh has given the solution for Nicholas Thapa, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you find your solution, bro. Let's move to the next question. That is finding the sum of even digits in a number. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to find the sum of the even digits. Suppose, uh, let me first take a number. Okay. Let's say we have a random number like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. In this, we want only the sum of the even numbers. So we are going to ignore 1, 3, and 5. We want the sum of 2, 4, and 6. So that is our question. So find the sum of even digits in a number. Okay. So we have the number with us. Now we have to do calculation. So we'll need a total. Then we'll do what? While n is greater than 0, we'll run our loop. Then in digit, what we are going to do, to shift the remainder, I guess someone has told me in the chat. Okay, we'll use this. Then if digit, and then we'll check for the even values. So this is the program for checking the even values. Okay, and then in the total, we'll do plus equals digit. Now, when the work for that is finished, means work for that last part is finished, then that last digit had to remove also. So then we'll write this code, n float division 10, and then total. So clearly 6, 4, 10, and 2 is 12, okay? So this is how you'll get, okay, the sum of the even digits in a number. Now, if you want the sum of the odd digits, so then you can do like this. So 5 plus 4, or 5, 3, 8 plus 1 is 9, okay? So you will get 9. So you can twist the, with one operator change, it will just do even and odd, okay? Now, guys, the next question is, very good, Avinash. You have just give the solution of the question, okay, of Nishchal Thapa. Very nice and very helpful. Thank you. Okay, guys, the next question is, we have to do what? We have to uh, find the sum of all elements in a list using while loop. Now we can just directly use the sum function also. That is also most people will say that why not use the sum function? Yeah, we can do that also. But mainly we are focusing on the while loop. We are practicing while loop. Okay. So that's why we will see that how using while loop we can do that. Okay. So the question is that we have to do find the sum of all elements uh, in a list using while loop. Okay. So let's first of all take the list with us. Then do what? Initialization is important. Then because we have to find the sum, so we'll need a total object also, and we'll initialize it to 0. Then we'll iterate only till the length of nums. Okay, so by default I is 0. So whatever the length of nums will be, suppose if it is 3, so it will run till 2. So from 0, if will run till 2, so it will be 3. Okay, 3 times will run only. Okay, so that's why I have taken less, not less than equal to. And then in the total, what we are going to do, in the total, we'll access the nums, and in the square braces, we'll put I. So each time we are going to access the index values of nums. So for starting, it will be 0. So we know that in list indexing starts from 0. So first value will be present at 0, that will be added in total. By default total is 0, so it will be 0 only. But this value will be get added with 0 and that value 10 will be there. Then 20 will come because 20 is at one position. Then 20 will be added, then it will be 30, then 30, 30, it will be 60. Now, this was you are doing the adding. Now to increase the index value, we have to do the incrementation. And then at the end, you can print total. So you will get 60. Okay, guys, the next question is, uh, okay, this is a very useful question. Okay, there is one question. Can we use while loop for sorting list elements in descending order without sort? If possible, give me the, yes, it is possible. We can do that. Okay. For that, we will just need two, three logics. First of all, we have to perform swap. Okay. After swapping, we have to just simply, so for swapping, we'll need two things. We'll need first of all, I think we have to use nested loops in this. Okay. And using nested two while loops, it will be possible. So let's try to solve this question. Okay. So that is a very good question. Let me just put the question over here. Sorting list element in descending order without sort. Okay. So guys, this is the question that is given by Venkatesh Avinash. Okay. Now let's try to solve this question. For this, I'll just take list first. Let's say 5, any random values. Okay. Then what we'll do, let's take one n. So that will depend on the elements, no, that how many elements we are taking. So the swapping, how many swapping and how many iterations will be there, bro? It will depend on the elements, that how many elements are there. Basically, I'll write the bubble sort algorithm here, okay? How the bubble sort works, okay? That I'm going to show you here. And there are many sorting algorithms. It's not that you will use bubble sort only. There is selection sort also. There is insertion sort also. So you can use any of the algorithms. Insertion sort is very easy. Okay. Which sorting you want to use? Let's use. I'll suggest let's use insertion sort because insertion sort logic is more easy in comparison to some other. Okay. So in bubble sort, what we have to do in bubble sort, we'll take a variable and then we'll divide it in two parts and then we'll do it. Okay. I guess yeah. In insertion sort, we'll directly put out the elements from a list and we'll put here. Then we'll compare with the previous element which is in our nextly created, and then we'll compare there only, and we'll after comparing only we are going to put it inside the list. So let's try insertion sort. Okay, guys. So we have a list in which we have 5, 3, 8, 1, 4, 5 elements in that. And then there is I equal to 1. Now using while loop, we'll run the first while loop as till the length of the numbers. Okay. So then one more thing is there that whenever you use insertion sort, you have to initialize a key. Okay. So by default, what we are going to initialize the key, we are going to initialize the key with I. Okay. And I is there. Now we'll do what? We have to use nested loop. Okay. So for the nesting loop, what we are do, we'll take a j variable and we'll initialize the j as I minus 1 each time because we have to do comparison. Okay. Because we have to do the comparison. So that's why what we have done here, we have taken I, the loop variable. It will run till the numbers of the length of the numbers. And in the key, we are storing numbers I. Okay. So each time in key, there will be what? If the value is 1, so it will be position 1 will be there in numbers and that will be stored in key. In J, what we are doing, each time we are doing I minus 1. It means for first, it will be the J will be 0. Okay. So 0 will be compared with the next value that is 1. And this will be followed on again and again. Then now we will use one more while loop for the comparison purpose. Okay. This is for the comparison purpose. So here what the code will be, it will be if j is greater than or equal to 0 and if numbers that is our list j is less than key. Okay. If this is the thing, then do what? Then simply in number j plus 1 equals to put the numbers j. If this condition satisfy means if j's value is greater than or equal to 0, suppose for first case it will be 0, and the numbers j means suppose numbers j which is 5 here. Okay. If it is less than key, and key is what? Key is 3 here. Okay. If it is less than that, if both the conditions are true, because we are using and, so and takes both trues. Okay. So if both the conditions are true, so then do this following thing. Then in j plus 1, assign numbers j. Okay. And then decrement j by 1. Now come out of this loop and then we have to again do one more thing. If the condition will be false, then if the condition will be false, then in j plus 1 will directly assign the key and will increment the I each time. And then let's just print the list. Okay. Okay. So this is your list in descending order. Yeah. I hope you guys have understood. I think Nishchal Thapa is having some problem in the range function. Okay. See, Nishchal, if you are watching the video, let me explain you about the range function. Okay. See, first of all, start is there and stop is there and step is there. So this is the range function. This function is used to generate sequences. Okay. Sequences of integers. Now, this range function takes three parameters. First is take the starting part. Second is take the stop part. Third is take the step. The starting part is inclusive in nature. It means that whatever you will write, it will be included. Stop is whatever the value you will write, it is exclusive in nature. Means suppose if you want to print numbers still from 0 to 10. So if you write in the stop 10, so 10 is exclusive. So it will print till 9 only. Okay. So you have to write one greater value. If you want to print numbers till 10, So you have to print 11 there. You have to put 11 over there. Okay, so let me show you one example. For I in range 1, 2, okay, let's first print 10 and then see. Print I, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you'll make it 11, because if you want till 10, so you can do like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one greater value. And step is what? By default, the step is 1 because by 1 it is incremented. If you'll see, first there was 1, then by 1 it got incremented, it is 2, then 3, then 4. So by default value is 1. If you want to increase the step, suppose, so it will be like this. Okay, now what is the output here? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It is basically, I have to show you this. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. Suppose if you have given the step 2 and you have started the sequence from 1. So from 1, first step is 2 and second step is 3. So because you have used 2 here, it means the second step will be printed. So second step is 3 from 1. So that will be printed. Then from 3, what is the second step? 4 is the first step and 5 is the second step. So 5 will be printed. Then the second step 7 and then the second step 9 will be printed. I hope you have understood. Okay, Rajpriya Gautam is asking, sir, are you come daily for Python live classes? Uh, yes, uh, we come daily for the Python basics live classes. Okay. Okay, Nishit Thapa, that's greatly. Okay, thank you, bro. Okay, guys. Uh, okay, guys. Now let's solve some real-time problems. Let's say we have to create a simple ATM simulator. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll create a real-time, means not that much efficient, but a simple, okay, in which we can just withdraw, okay, we can just do it, check balance, we can deposit and withdraw, and then we can exit from it. Okay. So basically it will something like a ATM simulator that we can say. So let's create a ATM simulator, okay, for checking balance, depositing money and withdrawing money, and then to exit from that. Okay. So first of all, we'll need a balance object in which I'll just initially take 1,000 rupees. Then I'll do what? I'll just make sure to use the infinite loop because I don't know that how many times user is going to ask for checking balance, deposit or withdraw. Okay. So for that, I'll use a uh, infinite loop. Now, then I'll do what? I'll just put one. I'll make sure that user should get some prompt that if you'll press 1, so then you can check balance. If you'll press 2, so then you can do this thing. And then, so if the user is going to print 2, so they will deposit money. Then the third one is that if the user will print 3, so they can withdraw money. And the last one is that is 4, exit. If the user will print 4, means put 4, so it will exit. Then we'll ask the user for the input. So we'll take the input like this. And we'll give a prompt to the user inside the input function, enter choice. Now, guys, remember one thing which is very much important. That is, here the input we are taking will be in string format. So make sure whenever you are using the condition, so that should be also checking on a string only. So now you have to put 1 in a string format. Okay. Make sure this. If you want to take the input in integer, or if you want to write directly like 1 here, so then you have to take the input in integer format. Okay. So I don't want that. I want it in string only. So you guys can also keep it like this. But if you want to make some changes, so yeah, that thing you have to take in consideration. So first was for checking balance. So balance and then balance will be printed, okay, using the print function. Then again, elif, because we have multiple choice here, okay, then there is two. So if the person will choose two, means he wants to deposit money, okay. So first of all, it will ask for the amount, that how much amount he want to deposit in the account. So now if you'll see, the balance is in integer format. So whatever the amount you will take, that will be also taken in integer format only, okay. And one more thing is important, because you have to calculate also, no, in the balance you will add that amount also. So you have to keep this in, you cannot keep this in string format. So this will be in integer format only. So you have to convert your input into integer format like this. Then in the balance, what we are going to do, in the balance, we'll just add the amount. Okay. Then again, one more condition is there for withdrawing the money. Now, how much money you want to withdraw, that is also there. So again, we'll ask for the amount. Now this time, whatever the amount is, we'll do what? Now we'll put a condition over there. Okay. If amount is less than equal to balance, if amount is less than equal to balance, suppose your balance is 1000 and you want to withdraw 2000, so that is not possible, no. So it will only be possible if your whatever the amount you want to withdraw is less than or equal to balance, then only it will be possible. So then we'll do what? In balance, we'll just decrement that much amount, okay, because we have to update the balance also real time. And in the else, we'll do what? In the else, if the person prints, suppose some amount which is not in that, which is insufficient, so we'll just simply print insufficient, okay, balance. Now the last choice will be for exiting, okay, exiting from the simulator. So we'll just simply put break over here, okay. And then we can take a default, that is the else case here. So in the else, we can just simply print invalid choice. If the user is giving some other choices other than 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will say invalid choice and it will come out of the loop. Okay. So this is the code. Let's run the code and let's check if it is correctly running or not. So now as you can see the output, check balance, deposit, withdraw, exit. So initially our balance is 1000. Let's check the balance. So balance is 1000. Now again, because it is while true, an infinite loop. So now it will ask to just simply say, uh, again, I'll just deposit 1000. Now again, I'll check balance. So now it is 2000. Now I'll withdraw 500. Again, I'll check the balance. Now it is 1500. And now I'll just exit from the loop. Okay. So we are successfully exited from the loop. So this is the code which you can see, which is for creating a simple ATM simulator using the while loop. Okay. Okay. Based on this, there is one more type of question, that is to simulate login attempts. Okay. And it will be allowed to only do attempts for, it will be only allowed for 3 times only. Okay. So let's say, let's write the question first, that what you have to do, we have to allow the login attempts. Suppose we are creating a small interface like this, and it will be allowed only 3 times. So 3 tries only. So what will be the program for that? Okay. First of all, if we have to do login, so we should have the password with us. So let's store the password. So password will be admin, and let's give the total attempts. So attempts will be 3. Then what we'll do, while we'll start the loop while attempts is greater than 0, till that only, till that much attempts are only allowed. Okay. Then we'll take the user input, and we'll take the input from the user for entering the password. So enter password. Then if user input, then we'll check for it. Okay. So if user input, whatever the user has entered, if it is equals to password, if it is that so do what? Print access granted and break, because it is just a uh, stimulate. We just want to see that how that interface will be. So we want that much only. So yeah, so break, and then in the else what we'll do, 1, and we'll print over here that wrong password, because if it is not correct, so it will be incorrect only, and one attempt will be less. And we'll print the total attempts also, that how many attempts left. So attempts left. And then at the end, inside the loop only, what we'll do, we'll again give one uh, attempts equals to 0. When the attempt is equals to 0, then do what? Then just print. Okay. Access denied. Okay. And this will be out of the loop. Okay. Because we want it only one time. Now let's run this. Enter password. So password was admin. So access granted. Now let's again execute it, and let's give some random value. 2 attempts left, 1 attempt left, 0 attempt left, and access denied. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, we have seen multiple while loop questions. Now, let's do what? Let's see some for loop questions also. Okay. Now, for loop is far more useful, far more easy in Python. So, I hope you guys will like it, because while loop is little bit logical. Okay. That is the thing. But for loop in Python is far more easy because it is modified in Python. So now, guys, the question is for that now all the questions which we are going to see, we are going to solve using the for loop. Okay. So I hope you guys will like the questions. What we have to do, we have to create a dictionary of the word length. Okay. So what will happen? Basically, whatever the suppose we have a string with us, Python is powerful. So we'll create a dictionary in which key and the value will be this word and the length of the word. Okay. So we'll do what? We'll just create a word length dictionary, empty dictionary. Then we'll use the loop for word in sentence dot split. Split method will do what? It is basically a string method which is used to just split the words in a string and convert it into a elements of a list. Okay. And then word length, and in which we'll put the word here as the key and length will be the value. And then we'll print the word length like this. Now you'll see Python as 6, is as 2, and powerful as 8. Okay, so these are your values. Okay. Now guys, one more interesting question is there. I hope you guys will like this question. Okay. Now initially we have seen questions where we were grouping the elements with even. Okay. So only even, and if it is odd, so only odd. Now what we are going to do, we are going to group the elements, but by even and odd both. Okay. So we'll do what? We'll create a even and a odd two empty lists together. Okay. Now we'll do what? For num in nums, and first of all we'll lead the list also. So let's take the list nums and store like this. Okay. Then inside the for loop, what we are going to do, even if num, and then we'll check for the even 2 is equals to 0, else odd dot append, and we'll append the num. Whatever the num is, we are going to append. We are going to append it in even if it is a even, or else we are going to append it in odd. Okay. Now let's print this. So print the even list like this and print the odd or like this. Okay. So you will get even list with 2, 4 and odd list with 1, 1, 3, 5. So with a single thing means we have a single list, and from that list we have just created two more lists of even and odd. Okay. And this is the mean in so simple we have done it using for loop. Okay. Okay. Now guys, next question is that we have to merge two lists without duplicates So basically, we have two lists with us, A and B. In A, there is 1, 2, 3, and in B, there is 3, 4, 5. But the condition for merging is it's not a simple merging. What we have to do, we don't need the duplicate. Suppose 3 is present in A list also and B list also. Okay. So don't want the duplicate value. So for that, we need to write the code. So, okay, so we'll see that. Okay, there is one Geeta Sinde is saying that at what time live session happens daily? At 5:30 p.m. according to Indian time zone. Okay. See. So what we are doing for item in A plus B means in both the list A plus B, directly we are doing A plus B here. That will be also done. So we are iterating over the list together. First it will iterate over A and then it will iterate over B. Now the condition for not adding the duplicates is that if item not in merged, okay, if that item is not in merged means it is not already present in this merged list, then do what? Then if this condition is true, then merge dot append and then append the item in the merged list. Now, if this condition will fail, so then again the loop will continue and that will be ignored. So merged. So now you will get only one time 3, okay? Now one more thing is there. What if you want to find the common elements between two lists? So if you want to find the common elements between two lists, so suppose, so you have to change just the not in to in. Okay, in this particular program, it will not work. Wait, let me just create one more program. Uh, but I'll take these two lists only. Now, in this program, we have to print only the common elements between two lists. Okay, so let's take a common list and for item in A, if item in B. Okay, so for item in A and if the item is in B also, so then in common do what? Append the item and print common like this. So only the common will be there. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, one more interesting question is there. Okay. Now, first of all, let me have the list with me. Okay. And then I'll tell you the problem. 0 is there, 1 is there, then again 0 is there, then 3 is there, and then 12 is there. So we have 5 elements in a list, nums. Okay. And we have two zeros, one at the first position and one is at the second position. Okay. Means one at the 0 position and one at the 2 position. Now, the question is that we have to move all zeros to end. Okay, Rajpriya Gautam is asking one question, what append do here? Okay, so append basically it is a list method, okay, used with lists only. It is used to add the item at the end in a list, okay. So whatever item you will put inside the append, it is going to add in that list in the end, okay. Now, we want to move all the zeros to the end. Okay. So for that, we'll just create one empty list and we will keep the count of zeros also. So initially we have zero zeros. Okay. Now we'll start the loop. So for num in nums, and then we'll check for if the num is equal to zero. If it is so, so then do what? If num is equal to zero, so in zeros, add by one. And then in the else, what we are going to do, if it is not a zero, then add it on where in the res list. Okay. So res dot append num. And in the end, what we'll do, in the end, in our res, we will add zero. Okay. Okay. I think zeros and print res. So now you will see, okay, all the means how many zeros were there? There were two zeros, and now the zeros, two zeros are at the end. Okay, so 1, 3, 12, and then two zeros at the end. So this is how you can add, means move zeros to the end. Okay. Now not only for zeros. Suppose if you have to do it with one, so change it the object name to ones. Okay, keep the value 0. Here you have to check for 1. If 1 is found, then do what? In ones, do plus by 1. And then in the end, just add at the 0 position the ones. Okay. So that will be also done. So these were some few questions with the help of for loops. I hope guys you are getting the problems. Okay. And the solution also you guys are liking it and you are learning something. So let's keep this much only for today. Okay. So today we have seen multiple questions on while loop and we have understood uh, for loop also, and then we have solved some chat. Your questions also we have solved it. Okay. So yeah. Okay then, guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for being till the end. So those who are watching from the start till the end, so great sort out to you guys. I hope you guys are learning. Okay, learning Python. You guys are liking the video, so stay tuned up. We'll see you in the next live session. Okay, with some different topic. Okay. Now, guys, tell me that you guys have understood Python loops or not, or if you want to solve more questions in the next live session on Python loops, so we can do that also. So please reply if you want me to continue the live sessions on Python loops. Okay, then yes, and if you want some other topic, so then say no. It depends on your replies, Rajpriya Gautam. What you guys want? You guys want to just revise more questions, solve more questions on Python loops? Yeah, if you guys want to solve more questions on Python loops, so we'll come up with that. Or if you want me to move to a next topic, okay, in which you guys feel that I should teach that topic to you guys, so I'll come up with that. Okay, so now two of you have said yes to continue with practicing Python loops only. So we'll continue with in the next live session also we'll just continue with solving more questions on loops. Okay, and we'll find some more interesting thing to do or to create, just like a ATM simulator. So we'll find some, I'll just find more real life examples to show you guys how we can implement it using Python loops. Okay. Okay, then that's all for today. Thank you everyone once again for being here. Okay, I hope you guys are learning Python. And guys, go and surely practice, okay? Practice Python, okay? Solve some questions with your own. You have the questions here also. You can solve these questions with your own, okay? So yeah. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Thank you. We'll see you in the next live session. Bye.